Most of us keep a spare router in a box somewhere. It's an unremarkable piece of hardware, the invisible box blinking in the corner that we only think about when the Wi-Fi cuts out. On March 23, 2026, the FCC classified these devices as a national security risk, banning the sale and operation of all foreign-made consumer routers. Malicious actors had been exploiting security gaps in these imported devices. Foreign-made routers were directly involved in the Vault Flax and Salt Typhoon cyber attacks, which targeted vital U.S. infrastructure. The physical entry point we rely on to access the internet has been transformed into a compromised weapon sitting right inside our living rooms. This ban exposes a systemic flaw. The United States has spent decades offshoring its electronics manufacturing. We lack the domestic infrastructure to build replacement routers from scratch. To manage the transition, the FCC created a list of approved devices cleared for sale in the U.S. At this moment, that list contains 0 routers. It only includes drones. The government's current response is to develop a plan to figure out how to onshore manufacturing. This leaves a massive supply vacuum in the immediate present. Without the infrastructure to build our own physical gateways, getting online will become more expensive, and securing those connections becomes a significant technical challenge. This diagram shows the 3 distinct layers of modern computing. The tech stack. You have the hardware layer at the bottom, the software layer in the middle, and the compliance layer at the top. While the government scrambles to fix the hardware at the bottom, a group known as Team PCP has been dismantling the middle layer. They execute software supply chain attacks, hijacking the tools developers use to build programs rather than attacking users directly. In March 2026, the group targeted Trivy, a code scanner maintained by Aqua Security. They found a misconfigured GitHub Actions environment and used compromised credentials to gain publishing permissions. Aqua Security detected the initial infiltration, but the credential rotation was incomplete. Team PCP exploited that gap to hijack the automated publishing system, forcing it to distribute malicious code commits instead of legitimate software updates. Hackers have moved beyond targeting individual programs. They now control the automated infrastructure that assembles the code itself. The speed of these attacks is evident in their pivot to Lite LLM, an AI management library with over 95 million monthly downloads. Team PCP compromised the library so that the moment a developer imports the tool, malicious code executes automatically to install persistent backdoors into the system. The malware moves through server clusters to harvest SSH tokens, encryption keys, and environment files, extracting them to a remote server. Throughout late March 2026, their operational cadence was relentless. They hit a new target every 1 to 3 days, striking Trivy, Canisterworm, Textmarks, and Lite LLM in rapid succession. This strategy evolved from exploiting simple cloud misconfigurations in 2024 to establishing a full infrastructure for these massive supply chain strikes. Modern software development has been turned into a highly efficient distribution network for malware. This leads to a final layer of the stack, compliance auditors. These are the watchdogs meant to catch the hardware and software vulnerabilities we have been exploring. One of those watchdogs was Delve. Founded by MIT dropouts, Delve promised to automate the security auditing process using agentic AI. Following a data leak, Delve's own clients realized the startup possessed almost no real AI capabilities. Delve was operating as a certification mill. Instead of performing actual security audits, they forced clients to sign stale, pre-populated document templates to rubber stamp security approvals. This final layer of defense is providing an illusion of safety, leaving the entire architectural stack operating without real oversight. The collapse is multi-layered. We have banned hardware we cannot manufacture, software libraries laced with backdoors, and security auditors committing fraud. The combined result is a synchronized assault on the internet structure, from the physical ports to the administrative oversight. Home hardware and software no longer provide a default level of protection. Reliable connectivity now requires a level of active verification that adds cost and latency to the network. Moving forward, mere compliance is not security. We must adopt a zero-trust mentality, where safety is not assumed, but must be actively verified at every single layer of the stack.